Few parts. First of all, it is a kind of congratulating you for being elected for student government. Usually happens every year after elections. Who is here for the first time? Raise your hand. Who's here for the second time? Raise your hand. Who's here for the third time? Who's here for the fourth time? Fourth? You didn't raise your hand. Third? Fourth? Okay. Welcome, welcome. Okay, so some of you are veterans, some of you are new. Everyone's welcome. So that's number one. Number two, this is a tour to the support center and CTE. So there's two things that happen in this building. One is the support center. So we have few departments here that support all the schools, like HR, human resources. That's where they hire teachers and support them. And then there is the accounting, where they do all the accounting and they pay the bills of the schools. And also there is family engagement and social media, which is me and Ms. Sulaiman in the back here. We work from here to support all the schools, like Parent Square, Student Square, all these things are managed over here. And also, you know, other small departments like compliance, making sure that all the papers are right for the school. And then we also have the business execution, like the CEO is here. Superintendent Dr. Bazzi, you know, he doesn't like to be away from the students, so he's usually in the schools. I think this year he's spending a lot of time at UA, which you're lucky guys to have him there because he brings a lot of good energy with him. And that's one part. You're gonna do the tour for that. The second part of this building is the career and technical education, the CTE. It's something that it's like a hands-on education that you can take as electives or enter the program when in high school. Anyone here already in CTE? Raise your hand. Okay, great. So you already have. So this is an opportunity. Anyone here middle school? Raise your hand. All right, welcome, welcome. It's a great opportunity for you as a student, as a middle school. Middle school is bigger than high school at UA. So I expect to have more students middle school. Because, you know, it's the representation. You need to work on the representation of middle school to have more members from middle school. But anyway, it's a great opportunity when you're in middle school. Imagine you join, anyone here 6th grade? No? 6A president, 6A? Yeah, awesome. So 6th grade, imagine, what's your name? Manal? Malak. So Malak, she joined student government 6th grade. She's probably going to join student government every year. She's going to have 7 years experience in student government. When she leaves the school, she already had 7 years of experience in leadership. She already has a huge advantage. She's mentally ready. She's going to know Robert's Rules of Order. She's going to know a lot of terminology that others don't. So it gives her a very, very good advantage. And it actually positions her in the future if she wants to run for office. City Council, Mayor, Congress, State Congress, State Senate, country's Congress, Senate. She'll have that experience to back her up. So it's a wonderful experience. And you also will have a lot of trips and trainings that are going to be repeating. So to let you know that student government is part of a 12 program made of 12 parts training. That's 12 field trips, specific field trips. You do 4 a year, so in 3 years you'll do 12 and you'll complete that program. If you're in 6th grade, you do this twice. You're gonna do it 12 and then for another 3 years you're gonna take all the field trips again, and they change, so it's a great opportunity to take them one more time. So this is your first field trip, but there's many more to come this year. And this year, actually, you get the award field trip. Every 3 years, you get an award field trip. It's a field trip fully for fun. So you're lucky because this year, UA gets the award field trip. Last time, they went to Round 1 and Great Lakes Mall. And round 1 is like an arcade and bowling. So that's what they chose. But you're gonna get to choose that as you wish. So I'm gonna have 6 more minutes and then we're gonna start the tours. We're gonna split you in halves. Who doesn't like to be in video? That's gonna go on social media. Raise your hand. All right, so it's most of the girls. So we'll have the ones who would like to be recorded in one half and the others who don't like to be recorded in the other half. And we're only gonna have the camera with the half. Yeah, well, unless some of you would like to be, some of the girls would like to be in the video so they can hang with the other group. I don't want to split it gender-based. I'll let you choose which group you want to join. And we will then, half of you will do the tour for CTE, and then you'll exchange. Then you come back here, you're going to meet superintendent. Is one of the opportunities. So I said there's 4 things you're here for. So second is the tour. The third, it's actually the superintendent personally, he's inviting you for lunch. So this is basically an invitation from Dr. Bezzi for UA student government for lunch. And he's gonna be here with you. Unfortunately, we don't have a lot of time, but you're gonna be with him having lunch. It's a great opportunity if you wanna talk with him one-on-one. He'll be here if you have any questions for him. Sheet that I shared with you, it's important to have because it organizes them from the top to the bottom. The top is stronger than the bottom. So if someone brings a motion, you cannot bring a motion on top of it unless it's on top of the list. So someone has a motion to postpone. You're discussing something and someone had a motion to postpone to the next meeting, postpone the discussion or this motion to next meeting. Now, you cannot bring a motion to kill the main motion because that motion is stronger and it's above it. But you can bring a motion to take a break, for example, or close the meeting. That's a stronger motion than the one below it. Anyway, there are 4 types of motions. The main motions are basically what you use to propose something and vote on it. And the second, called subsidiary motions, they're all here, by the way. These are the main motions and the subsidiary motions. And the subsidiary motion is basically how to change the main motion. And then you have incidental motions. Incidental motions are kind of like incidents, something that happened. For example, you can move to divide the motion, like the motion has 2 parts, and you feel that the motion has 2 parts and you move to divide it into 2 different motions, or you move to suspend the rules. Let's say that you want to have a meeting, but you don't want to follow the rules. You're maybe a smaller number, only 20 people are there or 12 people, and you want to suspend the rules and just have a discussion and decide on it without the rules. You can move to suspend the rules, and that will need a second. See, it tells you here, can you interrupt someone talking to suspend the rules? No, you have to wait till to be recognized by the chair. Now the chair, is he the president? Not necessarily. By constitution, it says the president is the chair by default, or whoever he delegates. So he can delegate whoever he wants to be the chair. The chair doesn't vote, basically organizes the meeting. It's usually better to have someone else be the chair, but the president is the chair. By the way, the president doesn't have a vote in the legislative. So I want you to understand something. These positions does not give power. It just organizes things. The power in the student government is very much horizontal. It's spread, which means nobody has superpower. Like the president cannot decide anything by himself. He only can decide how to implement the legislative resolutions that you make. Who's here? Class president, vice president. Okay, so you guys have the power because you vote in majority to make decisions, and then the executive committee has to implement your decisions. They cannot do anything outside of what you legislate. But you have legislated before the Constitution, so they can do projects within the Constitution. So if the president needs to do a project that fulfills the Constitution, they can do that. If you feel that he's not doing something that you agree on, you can stop him from doing it. But as long as it's within the Constitution, he can start it by himself. He doesn't need a vote to start it, unless he needs a budget for it, then he needs to bring it to you to give him the budget. If it's more than $20, $20 and less, he only needs him and the treasurer's acceptance. To $100, he needs your vote. Above $100, he needs your vote, and he needs the principal's vote. Message, guys. It might seem that this is small, but it's very important. I want you to know something. You probably don't know me. Some of you don't know me. I was at UA when the student government was first born, and the student government in all HES academies, it was born at UA actually. And the constitution that everyone uses was written by the student government at UA. It was born in 2009. Yeah. It was born in 2009, and every single thing that you do, even while you're here today, every single thing in the student government is because of what the students decided. The constitution that runs the student government, the students made it. The limiting the president to junior and senior, that was an amendment by a student government member at UA at a certain year. You know, once you make a resolution, it stays forever unless someone changes it. The speech, the state of the student government speech was something that the student government has decided. The waiver, you know, if someone gets a discipline issue and they're not qualified for student government, they can write a waiver and the Dean of Students has to approve the waiver and they can still run. That was an amendment in 2012 by a student called Jamal Shohati, who is an engineer today at Chrysler. And, you know, Jamal Shohati, he got, you know, some discipline issue and he could not run. So he made this amendment and it was approved by the Dean and he ran for student government. And now this waiver is there for all the students in all the schools because of that amendment by a student. So you might seem that the process of running a legislative, you might have a legislative assembly and you come up with one rule or two rules, but you're actually making progress. Now there's two types of things. You might have something that's an action or an amendment, and sometimes you just make a statement. You're just making a statement. And I don't want to feed into your head any ideas, because it's totally up to you. But it's up to you to make any statement that you want. You are not limited as student government in any type of statements that you want, and it can be powerful. Any statement that you want to make can be a powerful statement. A resolution, that's a statement. Like, we, the student government of Universal Academy, are with this or against this or condemn this or support this or thank that. These are important, and then you send it to whoever it is and you send it as a press release to the media. These are important statements because you have constituents. You are democratically elected. You are the only body in the school that's democratically elected, and you represent. Right now, the Mr. President, he represents constitutionally and democratically represents the students of Universal Academy. Anyone has a doubt about the elections, anyone has, you know, no doubts were risen, and all of you who've risen, you know, you in totality, because many of you ran in totality, and now you formed a group together, you have gotten the extreme majority of the students, and you are so democratically representative of the students, and that's the power of it, that when you speak on behalf of student government. I was also saying something else, that the power is you know, it's horizontal, it's not vertical. So the president implements the resolutions of the legislative, and then he makes a decision and he executes with his team, his cabinet. He also takes their opinions before he makes decisions. And even if he wants to dismiss someone, he has to refer them to the Judicial Committee, which makes a decision on that. So the power is very well distributed. The positions are just responsibilities. That's also something else. Don't be fooled by the names and the positions. They're just attached to responsibilities, but the power is distributed among the students. So the last thing I want to say before this is, I hope I inspire you by that. Who's here between the ages of 12 and 26? All of you. And there are 75 million of you in the country today. What's the population of the country?
365 million.
About 380 million. 75 million of them is your generation. And your generation, 75 million, that's a minority right now. It's a large minority, but it's still a minority. But in 2030, you will be the majority of the country. You will be the majority of the voters in the country. Next election is 2028, right? The one after it is what year? 2032. 2032, Gen Z, which is you will determine the most powerful country in the world. You're gonna determine who runs the country. 2032 Gen Z are the majority of voters, and they will determine who will be in the White House and who will be in Congress. So we are right now investing into our future, and I want you to know that it is up to you to take it or not. But what we have seen is minorities, especially Arab American minorities, Latino American minorities, have been stepping up and taking leadership, and they've been successful, backed by the younger generations, the millennials and Gen Z. Like, for example, Zohran Mamdani in New York, we've seen that most of his voters and his movement, he had almost 1 million volunteers. They were all from the younger generation, and they have actually changed the social and political structure. So we expect, as your generation grows, you're gonna change the way the country, and this is the super country. This is a country that leads most of the world, and is the most powerful country in army and economics. So if you make it a better country, you'll make the world a better world. So you are at a position where you have so much effect. You're already in the top 1% of the world just by being born here. You're in the top 1% of the world in terms of access to education, health, and opportunity, just by luck. And if you become more active, understand how government work, because wherever you go is the same structure. This paper, you can take it wherever you are, it's the same thing. It's the same Congress of Michigan, Congress of the United States, the board of Ford, the board of the school, same thing. There's the same similar structure. If you did it in the school, like I used to, Nadine Jawad, she won the presidency of the University of Michigan, Ann Arbor. University of Michigan, Ann Arbor has 55,000 students, and 55,000 students vote. That is bigger than the city of Dearborn Heights. So the student government in UFM and the university is bigger, is more powerful. The president of the student government is more powerful than the mayor of the city of Dearborn Heights, because he represents more people. So you at UA, believe me, your elections is bigger than some towns in America. So Mr. President is more powerful than some mayors of some townships by the power of his constituency. So what I'm telling you, it's not intimidating. It's not a big deal. It's the same thing. You already won. You already did it. And it's the same game. You're gonna keep moving, and you're gonna keep being engaged. Represent yourself. Don't let others represent you and take your tax money and do whatever with it that at the end of the day, something that you don't like. So you take over. This is what the student government is about, is teaching you how to take over your matters to your hand. And I'm telling you, we are depending on you and your generation to save the world and make it a better
later on in college. Whether you choose to go to college, whether you choose to open up your own business, become an entrepreneur, whatever the case being, at some point you're going to have to interact with other humans, right? At some point you're going to have to interact with the banks. How you present yourself, what you say, how you say it, all matters, right? And leadership it is something definitely that can be learned. I don't believe in the concept that you're born with it. That makes absolutely no sense to me. It's something that you acquire through experience, right? How many of you want to walk in to work every day when you have somebody micromanaging you every day, on your neck about things? Or do you want to be in a place where you have autonomy, where you can go in, be who you are, and provide what you can provide to whatever that business is, your creativity, whatever it is, automotive. So the point I'm trying to make is that starting from now, and I'm speaking heavily to the seniors now and juniors coming in, this is where you make your stand. This is where you create who you are, your identity, and what you want to do for the next few years. It is okay to be content, to some level. I don't believe in that personally in terms of being okay with status quo. My philosophy is push. I mean, while you're young, while your mind's still fresh, you keep pushing boundaries in terms of what you can accomplish. You opened up one store, great. Can you open up 3 more? Can you go to a different state? What's holding you back from doing that? You could say family, and that's a legitimate excuse, right? But it's something you're going to have to really deal with as you get older. And leadership styles, how you lead in your leadership role will say a lot. I see all of you almost every single day. Do you see me walking around with a paper stapled on me saying I'm the superintendent? Do I change who I am, my personalities, my shoes, my crazy hair because I'm the superintendent? Why am I any better than anybody else in that building? I'm not. Just because I have a title, something I've earned, okay. At the end of the day, yes, somebody has to be responsible for the district. Somebody has to deal with the board, deal with aggressive parents. That's okay. But aside from that, I'm no different than any one of you, right? I treat people with respect, integrity. I say good morning. I keep a smile on to make sure everyone's having a good time and enjoying themselves. That's the type of leader you want to be. I mean, at some point, you're going to have to step in. If things are going wrong, yeah, you have to step in. You have to intervene. But that's normal. It's part of the job. It's part of being a leader. But how you do it. I don't come in going crazy and yelling and why? What does that solve? We can all sit here and vent about things we want to change, things we want to do. Is that going to get us anywhere? The idea of the nest actually came from student government. Or I'm sorry, the Eagles Lounge. That actually came from student government. I think it was 2 years ago. 2 years ago, the president and members of the cabinet sent a proposal, right? We have lunch, but we would like to also have a way to provide snacks, but yet benefit from it for senior class. This is how we can do it. Her idea, I think their idea was the vending machine. The issue with the vending machine is that you only get 10% of total profits. That's like pennies. The guy's trying to rip you off. So instead, we created the Eagles Lounge. How much of the percentage do you get? 100%. Which is the better deal? So that's my point, okay? Are there any questions? Everything going well so far? Seniors, stop being late to the first hour. Oh, I'm in the parking lot, you just don't see me. I see you in the parking lot. Don't even worry. I'm not even tell you where I'm hiding. But think about it. If I show up to work every single day late, do I earn any respect from my colleagues? If anything, what I tell even college students, so I teach at night at Oakland University. I'm a professor of anthropology. Poor kid, we had to set an example. Came in to class 10 minutes late. He's on the varsity OU, he plays basketball, men's basketball team. He comes in 10 minutes late to class. I say, John Smith, I don't want to say his name. You just came in 10 minutes late to class. If you came in 10 minutes late to practice, what would happen? I would probably be doing suicides and be asked to leave. So I asked him to leave. If I'm repetitive, doing the same thing, you're not gonna gain any respect. Get to where you need to be. Set the tone for the day. Every day I put in my little journal, I have 6 years worth that I carry with me. 5 things I want to accomplish for the day. And I knocked them out. 5 days is not much. Think about it, in a 12-hour day. But they're hefty. 5 things to do. Set 3 things for you. And see what happens. They'll naturally just grow on itself. The older you get, obviously the knowledge that builds up with you as you get older. Okay? I will see you throughout the building. Without a doubt, student government, if you want to help out, we're looking for the graduation ceremony for the seniors. If you guys can look at some proposals. We've looked at a couple proposals. One of them's trying to rip us off. And I shared an emotional response back, which I highly recommend you do never, ever talk with emotion. That's very bad for business and bad for leadership, but she did deserve it. But don't ever do it. I'm telling you, don't ever do it. But I can't stand people ripping off kids. That's just, I just can't stand for it. I'll deal with God with that later. Hopefully I can be forgiven for it. But student government, I do need your help. We need a location. It has to be outdoors, no indoors. I can't with the air horns. No, it's got to be outdoors. Okay? So please, I am asking for your help in that. Thank you so much. Thank you, everyone. Thank you for your time, guys.
Congratulations on being on the UA student government. So we are honored and proud to have you here in the CTE Center, the Nest. And meanwhile, we're gonna have a site tour in the building to introduce you to the CNA classes, robotics, radio station, and the economy.
Support for all the HES Academy, including UA, ULA, SIA, NIA. So in order for the schools to run every day, there's a lot of work that needs to happen behind the scene, from like hiring, recruiting staff, to making sure all the bills are paid. So there's a lot that needs to happen for the school to run day to day. And then here we have a team that comes in and their top priority every single day is to do the best they can so you guys have the best experience that possible at the school and that you guys have it safely with all the rules being followed. And then today what we'll do, we'll get to walk around and meet some of the team members.
I get to pay them for it. Of course, that's a big portion of why people work, right? They want to get paid. So I like to tell everybody that I have the best job here, right? So I get to pay everybody. So, but it all comes together. Like, I need to know from the recruiters who's being hired. I want to make sure that I pay them correctly. And then when they're eligible for benefits and things like that, I've got to work with them over there to make sure that we get their proper benefit deductions and that type of thing. So that's why we work all together to make sure that everything goes smoothly.
Any questions? Okay, so we're gonna go over to the compliance area. Does anyone know when I say compliance, what do you think of? What comes to your mind? That's a part of it. Yes, you agree on certain terms and you have to follow through with them. What else? So there's a lot of, I think about it as there's a lot of rules, regulation, laws, like every profession, every position needs to have very specific things that need to be in place in order for you to go do that. Working in schools is no different. Each position at the school has very specific requirements that the person has to meet. Some of it is state certification, some of it is licensing. So compliance department is the one that makes sure all that is done. They make sure all the background checks are done. They make sure everything is in order before the individual is there at the school, actually working at the school. And we talked earlier about Mr. Saab, he gets to hire.
Talent acquisition team here at HES, specifically in recruiting. Does anybody know what recruiting is?
Putting people on the job.
Essentially, yes. So when people fill out an application for a job, we're the first line of contact. So we look through their resume, we make sure they're qualified, conduct interviews, and then we go from there.
Okay. Any questions before we move on and meet the compliance team? Okay. Let's go down. We can just go down that hallway.
Miss Mirna Dahar and Miss Fatima Lama Muhaitli. And basically, we oversee the compliance of the schools, basically all the laws, regulations that the Michigan Department of Education requires, in addition to local agencies, federal agencies that require certification or any type of trainings or things like that that the staff require, in addition to the students require for their jobs. So again, this is my team. If you guys have any questions, are you guys interested in finding out more about what we do, or have questions about how we got here?
So my name is Miriam Al-Sadin. I've been here for just a little over 3 years. I used to be in the recruiting department, and now I work in the benefits department. So I help all of our staff and teachers with their insurance, medical, dental. I don't know if you guys are aware of any of benefits,
So
life insurance.
So like once you actually get into the professional world and you get a job, part of like the job is like, okay, you gotta get paid, but also there's another important part of it is what benefits that the job give you. Have healthcare, like insurance for medical, for dental, for all of that. So that's the area that Mrs. Dean deals with, right? Okay. Ready to go the other side?
Started as the principal at UA in 1998. So I've been with the organization quite a while. When I was there, it was we only went to eventually to 10th grade. Now I'm still 12th, of course.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then I left there when I had my children. I had twin boys, and then when I came back here. I love being the principal, but because of kind of balancing home and work life, I chose to come here. Okay.
When did you leave? How long were you the principal for?
Well, I started out in 1998 for 3 years as the assistant principal, and then until 2006 as the principal. So like 5 years. 3 assistant, 5 principal.
So
Before that, I taught, but not there.
You left UA in 2006?
Yes. And my children.
So what do you do now, they're asking?
Now, I'm called an HR generalist. So I do a lot with staff attendance, making sure their time off is approved, help with a little bit with benefits. If somebody needs a letter saying that they work with us, I provide that letter. So a few different things.
Okay. Any other questions for Ms. Morgan? All right.
Like your pizza right now, you're welcome. Yeah, we take care of you guys and make sure you have everything you need.
He's the one who ordered the pizza, so thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
All right.
All right. And then over here we have Ms. Zainat Bazi. There she is. Yes, you got this.
Good. So my name is Zainat Bazi. I actually used to be a student at Star International Academy for 12 years. And then I went on to UFM Dearborn and then came back. And now I work with the HR team, and we take care of the HR system. So with 500 plus employees every year, we need to make sure that we have everything correct in our system, from benefits to employee information. Basically everything that you would need, we take care of that. And are any of you guys athletes? I'm assuming some. Yes? What do you guys play?
Football.
Football. Okay.
Basketball.
Nice. So we make sure that you guys all have your waivers set, and that you're in good hands with the coaches that are CPR certified, and that they have their contracts in order so that you guys have a smooth and hopefully successful season. Any questions?
No.
Great. Is in the classroom, which also that we have teachers, people in the classroom, so also we're students. So there's always that option. If you go to a career in education in the classroom, you could always come back and see me and apply for that. But also there's a lot of other options too. If you go into IT, if you go into something in human resources, business administration, as you're going to meet the accounting department. So obviously there's a lot of opportunities if you decide one day you want to come back and be part of the school in a different capacity.
We do all the audits, budgets, bill paying, we process payroll, benefits. So I rely on a team of highly skilled individuals to provide me with a lot of valuable information and feedback. They do all their research and legwork to make everybody's life easier.
Right. Anyone has anything to add? Like I know Mr. Mahdi and his team make sure all the bills are paid because schools have bills too, all the purchases. So there's a lot of different, even how we talked earlier in HR, there's a lot of rules and regulations we have to follow. Same thing in school accounting, there's a lot of rules and regulations we have to do, and this team also makes sure we do that. Any other questions? All right.
So a lot of what me and the team do and try to focus on is supporting the staff members that try to help you guys out as well on your day-to-day. And so whether it be with the teachers, with the coaches, the staff that are helping with the after-school programs, we try to provide the instruction and applications so that they can support you guys in that. So it's a multi-level layer of support coming from us down to the teachers and staff members to be able to support you guys as students as well. Inshallah, in the future, be productive citizens in society, support others in your efforts as well.
Right. Any questions? All right.